bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho.
Hello and welcome. Great to have you along here for the NBA on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be Josh Smith and the Atlanta Hawks up against the Brooklyn Nets. And that's all for now. Time to
2K Sports brings you the NBA on a Friday afternoon. Happy to be with you with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. A look at the State Farm starting five. Here's Atlanta's opening lineup. Josh Smith and Al Horford, the big men. Anthony Morrow out there with Teague, and it's Korver in at the three. Some changes for Brooklyn. Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphries, and Brook Lopez filling out the front line. Darren Williams out there with Johnson. Here's Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Josh Smith is really a heck of a player, but, you know, you look at his career numbers, and he's most effective around the rim. Converts about 70% of the time in the paint, but everything outside of the lane, he's more in the low 30s. So this is a guy who really probably needs to spend more time attacking the rim and less time launching jump shots.
And Steve, going back to Josh Smith, despite his great finishing, only about a third of his shots come from around the rim, which is, it's got to be a higher percentage.
Well, it's not rocket science. The numbers are pretty clear. The more he can attack the rim, the more dominant he'll be offensively.
Teague gets to Korver. Back to Teague. Hawks passing it around. 11 feet away. Kept alive. Korver, no luck. On defense, Atlanta. Here's Williams. Leaps for it. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Horford dishes to Teague. Dishes to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Horford's got his first bucket in this one. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, you can't help but be impressed by this beautiful new arena. I mean, the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, I mean, they broke ground back in March of 2010, and here we are, a $1 billion arena right on Flatbush Avenue, and the culmination of a lot of work, and the excitement is palpable.
You said this before, the history of this area, the Brooklyn Dodgers played here.
Ebbets way
Field.
back.
Yeah, great area. And Williams, here we go. Rebound, Atlanta. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And they tip it off with Style Clark to inaugurate the Barclays Center grand opening, a series of concerts by Nets co-owner and multi-platinum record artist Jay-Z.
Man, what better way to celebrate than that? Just a ton of excitement around the city, the arena, and this team. I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun to be a part of it.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Teague with the ball. Williams picks him up. Korver kicks to Morrow. The feed to Teague. Into Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Josh Smith has that small forward's frame, but his strength and explosiveness make him more than a capable power forward. Sometimes it seems like he'd prefer to play small forward, but I think he's most effective around the basket using that explosive leaping ability and those long arms.
Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Williams against Smith. Now the dish to Johnson. Williams for three. Snatched up. And the dunk by Lopez.
Look at that effort. Does he set a great example out there or what?
On plays like that, he does. Sure, what work on the offensive glass we see with him.
Yeah, that was awesome. Put back with the slam. Are you kidding me?
Here's Morrow. The 19-foot shot. Jump shot is good that time. Smith's got 5. And Josh Smith has been fond of playing on the perimeter. Has looked to keep his weight down to enable Clark that versatility.
Well, there's nothing atypical about that, Kevin. Nowadays, a lot of big guys want to face up. And the game is such with the three-point line and athletic fours that can shoot it that you need to be able to do that at that position. I think his shooting stroke is what's prevented him from really being able to excel at both the small forward and power forward positions.
And the Nets making a change here. Watson's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Pachulia. He's checked in for Horford. Ivan Johnson comes in for Kyle Korver. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Johnson can't get it to go. Nice defense from Wallace. Nets trailed by 3. We'll now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Avery Johnson.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge defensively going up against a team that can really execute. He said, they're a team that makes the most of every single possession. They won't settle for tough shots. We have to make them take difficult shots, contested shots. Guys, let's see if they have what it takes.
Very good, Doris. Thanks so much. So, Steve, Clark, how critical to their defense will be shutting down the sharpshooters in this one?
Well, in my mind, that's their chief weapon, so it's critical. And I think the coach will have come up with a creative defensive game plan. We'll just see if it works.
Well, guys, you know we've seen plenty of those creative and effective game plans from this coach, so I'm betting that he won't disappoint us here today.
Harris misses.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Getting wins on the road is always tough for any team in the NBA, even a tough and tested team like the Hawks, and they had to fight for every road win they got last year.
And here we go with Brooks running it up the court.
Yeah, very opportunistic defense there, leading to those points.
That's exactly what they'll do to you, Steve. They will pounce on your mistakes.
Harris passes to Smith. Pachulia covered by Humphries. Atlanta again missing. Hawks ended up with a road record of 17-16 under Coach Larry Drew, and it seemed like they played well, but just couldn't close out games, Steve, in particular in hostile environments.
Yeah, but still, Kevin, I mean, when you look at the numbers, finishing above 500 on the road is good, and that's why the Hawks were a solid playoff team, and that's why they gave Boston a lot of trouble in that playoff series.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Johnson, and good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Here is Watson, guarded by Harris. Watson kicks to Evans. Kicks to Watson to the inside. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Watson. Wallace has got 5 points so far.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
And now the first timeout call here for the Hawks.
Well, the Nets knew that last season would be their last in New Jersey, and